Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome to RideOp. This is a first look into a game that is in very early development. This is a closed alpha. I want to give a special shout out to Gurashop for allowing me to play your game and allowing me to share it with my community. RideOp is a new kind of game, and from what I can tell, it's not like a Planet Coaster, like a Roller Coaster Tycoon or anything like that, but instead, it puts you in control of the rides that your guests are going to be experiencing. And it's actually a little bit challenging. Let me show you what I mean. First, I want to take a look at the settings really quick, just to show you what we're playing with today, so you can kind of see what that's all about. Right now, I got a Charlie. You can choose your interface color, I guess. I guess the whole thing probably would change if I chose a different color, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Aha, yes, it will. Okay, cool. I'm going to leave VSync on, all that stuff. Cool. Not a whole lot to see there. And now that it's reset itself, we're going to go ahead and play. Now, I've already done the tutorial, so I kind of already know what to expect there. So I'm just going to hit play. Now, right now in this closed alpha, there are two rides to choose from. There's the little carousel. You can kind of see it right here. The swings, right? But this is like a really tall tower, and you can really just bring a whole bunch of people up there on the top of the tower. Then there's the Inverter ride. I'm gonna choose the Star Flyer. I've played both of them already, and I think I found myself liking the Star Flyer a little bit more. I want to show both of them to you, but we're gonna start with the Star Flyer first. I can sort of show you what the game's about. I have not played challenge mode yet, but I'm gonna go into sandbox just so I can kind of show you what things are about. There's also a customize option here, which I never clicked before. Okay, we get to choose the color of the tower. That's interesting. All right. How about we try this red here, and then the second color can be like this really ugly, like fuchsia kind of thing, and then maybe this color here can be like the hottest pink we can find. I don't think we can actually get pink. Of course we can. It's not really a hot pink, but it'll do. Top theming, UFO or a planet? Let's try the UFO. Let's do that. Okay. So we can just customize the ride, I see. Let's go to sandbox mode, and I want to show you kind of what this is about. Now, when you first start this, my high score is pretty low. You have the option of turning on some of these other things that can go wrong. High winds, technical failures turned on, harness errors, you can have sick visitors, emergency stop penalties. I'm gonna turn this on just because I've never experienced it before. Harness error, technical failures. Yeah, I guess we could probably turn this stuff on. I really want to give you guys a good look at what it's all about. Let's try sunset. I like it. Okay, let's play. So, the first thing you're going to notice, I think, is that the game looks gorgeous. Like, for an alpha, it looks so good. The modeling, I'm highly appreciative of graphics. You guys know me. I like graphics a lot. I'm drawn to them. And they did a really good job of modeling these things, okay? Just gonna throw that out there. Now, gameplay-wise, there's a lot they should work on, and we'll get into that, but just the modeling of everything is so fantastic, and I've never seen this in the sunset, so I'm just gonna look at it for a second, because it looks really awesome. All right, so this is the swingy ride, right? I don't know exactly what it's called, but this is the opening gate, and our guests are already piling in. You're in charge of managing every aspect of this, all right? So I have to open the gate, for example, which I can do with O on the keyboard. If I want to know keyboard shortcuts, I can use Z and X. You can see it at the bottom left corner of the screen there. And to get access to those tabs, I hit Tab. Then it pops up this. This gives me all of the stats about my current ride. Target height, other stats that are a factor, wind speed, things like that. And as my guests start piling in, they're already grading me, right? My points up at the upper left corner of the screen, they're already grading their experience. And the goal is to get the highest possible point total as I can. So this ride, I know from experience, can hold 24 people in it. Let me just open this door here, and we'll go into the control panel. And currently there are 14 riders. You can see right there on the screen. All the details are right here on the screen. If I want to know more about how to manage this ride appropriately, I can read the manual for the ride. And it says, basic operation, open the loading gate to let the guests enter, which is what I just did. Make sure the restraints are unlocked so they can board the ride vehicles. Close the loading gate and lock the restraints. Now you can move the ride vertically and change the rotation speed only after the first height level has been reached. Be careful of stopping the ride in time in case of bad weather conditions or mechanical difficulties. You won't be able to take the ride down to the ground level unless it is completely stopped. To unload the ride with all the vehicles completely stopped at the lowest position, unlock the restraints, and open the unloading gate. You will be able to close it and start again once all guests have exited. Remember to clean the vomits. I've never cleaned vomits because I've never had the option on, but you know what? Maybe we'll get that. Now, it does have some star things here to sort of let you know some of the things you should pay attention to. Things like restraint errors can sometimes happen. Wind speed can be a big factor. Sometimes technical difficulties can happen, and if it breaks down, you have to call the maintenance team, and then there's a wait, and then guests get upset, and you get low grading, so you have to kind of make sure you pay attention to your ride. So how do you do that? Well, in addition to this screen showing me all the status of the ride, we also have this screen here showing me wind velocity currently, as well as reliability and any messages that I might have, as well as whether or not it's safe to unload or load. So right now we have 22 riders, which means after 2 more people, looks like this gentleman here in the button-up shirt is going to be my last guy. So as soon as he hits, I'm going to go ahead and hit O and close the gate. Now they can't get in. So I can go around, make some double checks, just kind of say, hey, how was your stay? The modeling for the faces, I'll give you that. They have some work to do. But again, this is closed alpha, okay? Very early development, and there's so much potential here. I'm going to go ahead and lock the gate. So like they can't get out now. They're all locked in the chairs. I'm going to come over here, and it's time to start the ride. Now, I can hit X on the keyboard and get to the other tab, right? Z and X kind of get me to these 2 tabs. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the height. I hit 3, increases the height. Once we're at target level 1 on the height, we can then increase the speed. So I'm going to just bump the speed up to, let's say, 100%. There we go. Now, we're going pretty fast. It does take a little bit to catch up to speed. You can see they're kind of starting to go around. And I'm going to raise it up. I want them to have a really good time. So let's raise the target height to be the top of the tower. And you know what? Let's also crank the speed up to 100% because we're nuts. All right, so it's working its way up, right? That's the red line you can see kind of climbing up that bar there. And the speed is climbing too. And this thing gets insanely high. I would never ride this thing. Look at that. Like, who the hell would ever do that? I have no idea. It is absolutely insane. All right, but there's a limit to that insanity, and guests don't want to wait too long to get on the ride, and there's also a limit to how long they want to ride that ride. So let's take a look at the manual really quick and see what they like, all right? See a little bit of the details here, and at the very bottom, we can see guest service. Usually, guests don't like to stay on the ride for more than 2 minutes. Keep that in mind in order to deliver the best possible experience. Also, riding with vomit on the floor is not very pleasant, so if there's vomit, you have to clean it up. All right, so they've been on the ride now for, looks like, a minute. So I'm going to go ahead and start to decrease the height here just a little bit. We'll hit 4. Now, I'm wondering if I can do that without being on the control panel. I think I can. So if I just hit 4 and just keep tapping 4, is it going to keep lowering it, I wonder? I haven't tried it off the thing, but it does look like it's going to start bringing it down without me having to be right at the control panel. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Let's start to decrease the speed just a little bit. It's getting about 1.5 minutes into the ride now. We want to start calming them down just a little bit. Let's bring them down to height level 1. And about 2 minutes is what they said, so let's start lowering the speed here and see if we can't just bring this thing down to 0. They're having a good time. Anyway, so now that the thing has stopped completely, let's go ahead and see if we can lower this down to the final level. That's target 0. Now that it's stopped, we're bringing them down, bringing them down, bringing them down. And I could walk over there and hit that knob and unlock them, but there's also this. And it doesn't look like it's going to let me do it, so I guess I have to do it on this one. So let's go ahead and hit unlock here. And then we have to open that door, which is P. So P unlocks that door there, and now they can all get out. Oh, we have vomit. Oh no, I don't know how to clean it up. How do I clean it up? Let's see. Walk up and click it? Ah, just click it, okay. So click up, click, click the vomit. Oh man, lots of vomit. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay, so we got all the vomit, good, good, good. Okay, let's close that door, and we're gonna open up this door now, and let some more people in. And that's kind of the game. And you just manage the park and you try to get the highest score possible. And if they have to, like wait too long, they'll start complaining to management, right? You don't want that, obviously. You can start the ride at any time. You have complete control of it. So if I say, you know what, I just want this. I don't want to wait for more people. I can totally do that. I can close this gate, for example, right now, and I would stop people from coming in. But I'm going to let people in again. Let's just let them in. So we'll try this one more time, see if I can get a higher score than 203, which seems pretty low to me. Have fun with that. There's going to be lots of vomit today. Now, I can't open this gate. It won't let me because the ride is in motion, and I can't open that door. I can't really do anything other than operate the ride itself while they are up in the air. But I wanted to run the thing down. It doesn't look like it's going to break. I wanted it to break down so I can show you what happens with that. But I'm not entirely sure it's going to break. So what I could do is just let this thing go. And you can get a negative score, which is, obviously not preferred, but you can get a negative score on this. I'm going to run this. I'm going to run a couple of cycles here of people and see if I can get it to break down and show you what happens there. Oh, man, they're up there. Look at them go. Target height now, way up there. All right, now look at the stats in the lower part of the screen here. It says reliability 3%. All of the stuff at the bottom of the screen is the same stuff that would show down here. And we have to call maintenance. It just broke down. All those poor people are stuck way up there. Well, how do we call maintenance? We're going to go ahead and just click the phone. Calls maintenance. Now, maintenance is going to come through this door. That's pretty quick. They arrive immediately. Isn't that nice? And maintenance guy is like, I got to do this again. This ride breaks down every 3 times you use it, man. He's going to open up this little door here, put his toolbox down, and he's going to investigate what's going on with the ride. He's going to restore the reliability to 100%. Now, you want to do this when people are not on the ride because they're still on the ride, and they're stuck up there, and the clock is ticking, and nobody likes the situation, right? Nobody likes to be stuck on a ride when it breaks down. So all these people are waiting, all those people are waiting. It sucks. You don't want that. So you want to try and do this, calling maintenance, when the reliability is, and now I have to reset the ride too, because after you repair it, you have to do a full reset on it. So by resetting it, what it's going to do is it has to bring them all the way down. And it's going to take a bit, like a long bit to get back to the bottom. And that just makes everybody upset. So you want to do the maintenance on it when there's nobody there. So between loads. So what I should have done is when I loaded these guys, it said it was about 18%. And I started going real fast, and it kicked itself down to 12, and then 5, and then I, started to show you guys. What I should have done is said, well, there's a pretty good chance it's going to break down this time. I run it. So let's call maintenance, have them fix it, and then we'll let them on the ride. It's still not favorable to your score, I would think. That would still affect your score, but you don't have a terribly bad experience because I'm pretty sure when these guys get off the ride, my score is going to go from the 3,100 that it is to a lot lower. You can have negative scores, like I said, so it's probably going to be in the red. I guess we'll find out when this thing ever gets to the bottom. They've been on the ride now for, well, about 50% longer than they ever want to be on the ride, and most of their time on the ride has been just sitting still and not actually spinning in circles and vomiting. So we want to get them back to vomiting. And they finally return to the ground after being on the ride for almost 5 minutes. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. We've got a full emergency stop there, or a full reset on the ride. And I need to let them out, so it's not letting me do it. I thought I'd be able to, but maybe I need to do an E-stop. There we go. E-stop deactivated. Actually, the emergency stop was activated. Now I need to unlock this and open that door, and let's see what my grade is now. It decreased pretty rapidly. As they go out the door, they're giving their feedback to my boss, and they are not happy. I am now way in the negative territory, yet some of them still vomited. Maybe it was the fear of dying and being 100 foot in the air and not having any way to get back down. All right, so that's that. That's this ride, okay? And this, this little simulation is kind of interesting. It kind of shows me what's involved in doing this. I always thought when you go to theme parks that they just hit a button and the ride kind of takes care of itself and there's not a whole lot to it. But if this is what it's all about, you actually have a person managing it, well, yeah, it's different. I don't know. Like, I imagine this was always that way for the older rides, but I think the newer ones, I always thought they were a little bit more computer controlled, if you will, like big roller coasters. Anyway, let's check out the other ride that's available by going back to the, we'll hit escape. We'll go back to the pause menu. Yeah, didn't do too well there. Yeah. Okay, so this time we're going to be doing the Inverter. That's this ride right over here. We'll take sandbox mode on this one too, and let's go, you know what, let's just tick all of these boxes. I'm not sure, whatever. Let's do sunny this time. I'm not sure why you would do it in the rain. And we'll just load it up. And here we go. And I just want to reiterate just how great I think. I love that they've paid attention to graphics. I love that they've done that. And as a person who's, I guess, you have audio files, right? Oh, I'm kind of a vidophile, if you will, right? I love and appreciate excellent visuals. And unlike this woman's face, who appears as though she's been, well, she smoked a lot of crack in her day. I'm just going to point that out. Let's go ahead and raise the harnesses this time. And we'll let them kind of pile in. You can hit tab again to get the details about our ride, so we don't have to be inside if we don't want to be. And we can see that we have 14 riders, so we just have to kind of let them pile in. And once all our seats are there, and once all our seats are full, we can continue. Reliability for this ride now starts at 94%. All right, so 23 and 24. Let's go ahead and close the gate. You'll wait your turn. And let's go ahead and pop the harnesses down. And we can proceed now if we want to. Let's just go in here for it. To go ahead and start this ride up. So we're going to rotate to the left, I guess. There we go. And we want to increase our speed. Let's go hit X and get the other tabs so we can see our controls. Let's just hit 1 until we increase the speed. Oh, yeah. There we go. They're loving it. Look at them. They're having so much fun, aren't they? Oh, and here we go. Now let's try this now. Let's try this. We're going to go like this. Oh, stop the ride. Stop the ride. Whoa, my gosh, we're going too slow. Can I switch it to... I want to switch it to, let's stop it. Hold on, can we stop? Yeah, stop. And just kind of let them hang out right there. Let's go the other direction now. Wow! There we go. How you guys like that? Okay, so how long do they like to be on the ride? Let's take a look at the manual really quick. Basic operation. So I showed you the basic operation. Again, we have to clean up the vomit whenever they puke. Stop accuracy. So this ride here, it's really, really touchy, but this ride here wants stop accuracy, and on certain levels, the guests will have a better experience if you give you more points if you unload the ride with the gondola as centered and leveled as possible. The better placed it is, the more points you can obtain. Guest service, they don't like to be on the ride for more than 1:30. Okay, so how long have they been on the ride now? 1 minute and 5 seconds. So I think probably a good time to slow this down and get them close to stopping here. So let's bring them in, bring them in, bring them in, bring them in. Now, I do have just a little bit of a poke, if one of the devs happen to be watching this, and that is that you do not have a hotkey for that stop button. You don't have one. I cannot hit S or anything like that. I can hit the emergency stop, but then I get penalized for it. So I'm gonna go back to this way, and then stop, 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 stop. And it's not quite enough. Can I unload? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to unload. I have to make it stop exactly where it's supposed to stop. So let's go back to the right and hit stop again. And that should be pretty close, I think. Come on, light up green, 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 green. Yeah, there it is. Okay, harnesses come up. And we'll go ahead and open that door. And everyone can just pile right out. Unless, of course, they're sick. In which case, then they can puke. We'll go ahead and clean up the puke. It's kind of gross. There we go. Let's go ahead and close this. We can open that one now. Yeah, hi, how are you? Go on in. Go on into the ride. Yeah. How much did that deteriorate it? It's at 69% reliability now. Wow. Okay, cool. So this is it. This is what the game is so far. They're going to be adding a lot more rides. I would hope they're going to be adding some roller coasters and stuff like that too. One thing I would love to see from this game, in addition to having a stop hotkey, because unless it's like enter or backspace or something, it doesn't say what it is down there. So I don't know what it is. It says e-stop, and that's all it gets. But one thing I would like to see from this, for sure, is, let me just make sure I got the right amount of people here. Now let's open it back up. I would love to see the option to like ride the ride myself. Like I would like to see us be able to ride the rides. I don't know. That's kind of defeats the purpose of the game, maybe. But you could argue that maybe ride testing could be something. I don't know. Looks like we have a harness problem. Ooh, how do we fix that? I wonder. You have to call the maintenance man, I think, right? Can only be used with empty or stopped ride. Oh, we have to empty everybody out? No, how does that work? How does this work? Technical failures. Restraint errors. Here is sometimes the restraints can fail during the locking process. If that is the case, you won't be able to set the ride in motion. To solve this issue, open the restraints and close them again. Okay, so just turn it on and off again. Got it. Like this. Open them again. There we go, and close them again. There we go. Everyone's got the restraints on now. Okay. Let's go ahead and start it up. Oh yeah, crank up the speed. Well, yeah, so I would like to see us maybe be able to ride them. I don't know if that's really to the nature of the game. It probably isn't, but that's something I was pointing out there. You know, that's a thing. But yeah, this is a simulator game. If you're into simulator games, you might like this game. And if you do, you can check it out with the link in the description down below. Tentatively on Steam, it looks like it comes out in about 7 weeks. That's December 12th. And I have no idea what the price and stuff will be of it, but I hope I've done a decent job at showing you what the game is and how it works and everything like that. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more videos, consider subscribing. My name is Charlie. Thanks for watching. Have a great and awesomely fun vomit-filled time. Bye-bye.